Hello, everyone. Over the span of 6 weeks, I collaborated on a global research project as a part of the Teddy London Summer School. Teddy London is a collaborative teaching and design led higher education and engineering organization formed by three global universities: King's College London, Arizona State University, and University of New South Wales, Sydney, collectively known as the Plus Alliance. This 6 week online global opportunity aimed to find solutions to address the challenge of an aging society, specifically engineering solutions to help those living with dementia. My nan lived with dementia when I was growing up, which was my main motivation for wanting to participate in the project. My mom and dad are extremely proud of this project as this is an engineering initiative taken towards a real world problem. 147 students actively engaged in the program virtually from 21 countries, creating 15 teams that competed for a prize of £15,000 to develop their solution. The goal of the summer school was to pitch our innovative solutions in week 6 to a panel of consideration as part of the Canada Water Master Plan. Canada Water is located in the southeast of London, famous for its freshwater lake and wildlife refuge. The master plan is a partnership between British Land, Southwark Council, and the local community to develop a new urban town centre. The master plan covers 53 acres with the aim of providing jobs, houses, offices, shops, and public spaces. Hence, Team Perivalan, Greek for environment, brings to you Hope Gardens, a dementia friendly park that helps people with dementia to not only feel safe and independent but also encourage social interaction and integration with the public. Our mission is to use sensory stimulation through the plants and herbs in the garden, combined with an immersive resource hub to improve the lives of those living with dementia. We had three main aims that we want to fulfill. 1. Create an outdoor environment that is dementia friendly, enabling people with dementia to feel happy, relaxed, and safe within this environment. Second, use this environment to integrate people with dementia into the society so that it can double as a learning space for the general public. Third, create a space which will be financially sustainable by working in partnership with corporations and charities. Hope Gardens is a multifaceted garden containing dementia friendly features aimed to integrate people with dementia into the community. There is currently a lack of dementia friendly public outdoor spaces in the UK, with only one dementia friendly park located in Scotland. Further, this dementia friendly park has provided ease of access for people with living with dementia, but there are no specialized features that target people with dementia. This is why we decided to bring in the park that includes features that can positively stimulate people with dementia, such as herb gardens and the LED space. In our research, we also found that there is a prevalence for loneliness within the dementia community, within less than half. To be specific, 47% of people living with dementia feel a part of their community, with a high prevalence of loneliness. This is despite 62% of UK public claiming that they would find it ease to speak to someone with dementia. With this knowledge, we wanted to not only create a park to stimulate people living with dementia, but to enable integration with the community to curb this loneliness. This was by use of conversational corners and benches and indoor resource hub to facilitate socialization and learning. We have created a hope garden, a park which includes several dementia friendly features. 1. Indoor Prevalent Hub. This is both a resource hub and an LED space. Within it, we have resource center where people can educate themselves about dementia using books and audiobooks accessible through Microsoft Cloud. Further, the LED space will be used for screening such as experiencing different decades. Second, herb gardens. These contain herbs for sensory stimulations. Herbs can evoke reminiscence in people living with dementia, which is why we decided to include this within the park. Gardening plots as third, for people to plant and stimulate physical activity as well as social interaction. Last, conversational benches to encourage social interaction. A virtual walkthrough prototype similar to Google's Street View. The prototype will provide the audience with an idea of how the park will look through a first person perspective. This will help demonstrate our concept visually and provide further detail into how the park may look in the end when everything comes together. This first view is looking directly at Perivalon Hall from the main lobby of Plot G. From a daily use perspective, we envisage seeing groups of people strolling between two spaces or stopping to talk to others in our conversation corners. To combat social isolation and loneliness, conversation benches are placed around the garden. Sign posted that sitting there indicates you're open for a friendly chat. These right angled seats are designed to spark conversation between strangers, with each arrangement hosting a different talking point in the form of a sculpture, for example. All seating areas are surrounded by deciduous trees, exaggerating the seasons and acting as a temporal marker, while fragrant flowers and herbs waft through the air to stimulate the senses. If we walk towards the gardening plots, we'll hope to see visitors being active and engaging in gardening and cultivation, enabling a sense of contribution and pride in their surrounding at Canada Water. Gardening reduces stress and helps to prolong physical ability and fine motor skills. Raised garden beds eliminate the need to bend down to ground level, and the beds are capped up with white tile so users can sit comfortably next to the soil as they garden. Accompanying the garden beds is a tool shed, practical in the necessity to store tools but also as an outlet for rummaging, a symptom where people may feel the need to search through the items or look for a particular thing. For this, the shed provides self guided access to safe materials and tools, just as people would experience in their own backyard. The inner structure of Perivalon Hall boasts a large light filled space made up of an immersive LED wall on the left and a resource hub and cafe on the right. The hall can be divided by a curtain door or left open for functions. The resource hub presents the option for an expansive array of educational modes such as books and audiobooks accessible through Microsoft Cloud with plenty of comfortable seating and desk space. Imagine being able to experience a different decade every week or be immersed in an environment you remember fondly from childhood. The LED space is where you could expect to see such things as play screenings, exhibitions, or conferences take place. We understand that this may be overwhelming for some, and so this area is manned with dementia trained staff at always to assist the visitors. Perivalon Hall is fully accessible and has ample amenities and seating with clear sight lines and contrasting colors throughout the structure. We have also allocated an area within the hub for leasing out a cafe for the convenience of park visitors and as a form of revenue for gardens. Coming back outside to the second of our two park spaces designed around a large fountain. Soft flowing water emitting low decibel sound is enough to soften external stimuli, and we feel this would be beneficial next to the resident lounge. This area is relatively minimal and seen as a calm retreat from the main space. Until we find the cure, we must live with the situation. Meanwhile, we might as well be supportive and human. Be human, yep. Dementia has made an impact on all of us in primary, secondary, and tertiary ordinates, and this is our bit to help people with dementia in our own way. This is Amulya Prakash. Thank you, one and all.